With politics, there's always more emotion than really what plays out typically. But oh my God, the government is going to ban oil and gas in New Mexico. There's going to be no more drilling. Like this is the end of days, right? There was all sorts of crazy dynamics at play in regards to that moratorium and the trickle down effects. From y'all's perspective, what are your comments?
Yeah, so for us, we don't have a large focus on New Mexico, and so we didn't see the direct impact because we weren't actively buying in New Mexico. We love the rock up there, but it did change the way that we were even thinking about opportunities in New Mexico, thinking about there was real political risk. But what ended up happening ended up being, kind of interesting because the result of that of the Biden administration was we saw a ton of New Mexico permits get filed. Everybody was trying to get the permits filed while they still could. And so in some ways, it kind of helped us understand what not to buy in New Mexico, because if it didn't have sticks on it, we knew it was a long ways out because everybody was putting sticks on it. Now, it was hard to know how important those permits because were they just filed to get out there and hopefully get grandfathered in, or are they really planning on drilling those wells? So our main takeaway was we didn't want to buy anything that didn't have permits on it already, or if we did, it had to be at a price that we knew drilling was 5 years out or longer. But again, the focus was on Texas. There may have been competition that shifted from New Mexico to Texas during that time, but there just wasn't a lot of transactions through 2020. We had, before COVID, I think we closed our last deal in February or maybe it was March, and we just didn't buy another deal all through the summer. I mean, it was hard to know what to run your strip pricing on, and we went dormant for 4 or 5 months probably before we bought our first deal post COVID or during COVID really, in Reagan County. And I remember we were running $40 oil, and we felt like it was a scary buy at that price. I think the price per acre was like $2,300 a net royalty acre, and it felt expensive. And
Good
and
luck
then
getting 2,300 in NRA now, huh?
right, exactly. But then we did start picking up some momentum towards the end of 2020. We're fortunate to be able to participate with Kimmeridge on the override that they carved out of the Callan working interest. Desert took about $25 million of that deal. And so we closed our sixth fund at the time with that deal, and then also used some of that deal to launch our seventh fund that we raised in November of 2020. But wish we would have bought more during that time. But we're lucky for everything that we did buy. And so it's interesting. There may have been more competition in on the Texas side, like you said, but I really didn't feel it because I guess we were kind of on the sidelines waiting to see what would happen. So we weren't really losing deals because we weren't really trying to buy any at the time. We were trying to put together a plan on what the new world looks like.